It was the first time I saw hip-hop culture completely merge with clothing. By taking it from the trains and bringing it to the shirts, it was like you were the first guys to like make hip-hop kids care about clothing in that way. I used to love coming to the booth and just seeing everybody else's shirts. They were getting made in their sweat hoods and their sneakers and all the different things they were doing. So I have a lot of respect for the Shirt Kings.
Cent mentioned Shirt Kings in his records. Jay-Z mentions Shirt Kings. Nas, Killer Mike, Mobb Deep, KRS-One. Shirt Kings was a store. Shirt Kings was an entity that people came to. But prior to that, I was hustling t-shirts on the streets. I ended up serving like the whole Manhattan, the Bronx. Then I shot out to Queens, cause you know, it's 5 boroughs. So I went out to Queens, cause I knew Queens was really getting it. Run DMC was on top of the world. LL Cool J just came out. MC Shan was on top. I went to Queens to my boy Kashim's house, who went to art and design with me. You know, Kashim was messing with that crack shit. You know, I had to like whip his ass and put an airbrush in his hand, you know? I was like, dude, like, I see what's going on in the Bronx. And you know, you guys are from Queens and you think this shit is cool, it's not cool. Nah, yo, this is all right, you know? I'm like, nah, in 1 month, you will be destroyed, you know? And he took heed to it and he got his last unemployment check and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna listen to you and I'm gonna buy an airbrush. And the reason why he did that, because he knew Jam Master Jay. And Kashim said, I know where he lives. And I'm like, all right, take me up to his house. We walked from Jamaica, Queens, all the way to Hollis, Queens, went to Jay's house. Kashim knocks on the door, and out opens Jam Master Jay. And he was like, oh, what's up, Kashim? And, you know, he embraced him, and then he was like, you know, my boy does t-shirts. He was like, oh yeah, that's cool, yeah, so what? You know, we run DMC, like. He was like, no, my boy does t-shirts. And I showed him an airbrush one, and he was like, whoa. He was like, yo, check it out. We only wear black. So you could figure out, and I was like, oh, look. And I showed him, I had a gold chain. I hand painted a gold chain on a black sweatshirt. And he was like, that's what I want, but I want the big JMJ plate, and let's go with that. I did the shirt for Jay. He went on tour, he came back like about a month later, and he was like, yo, how much you gonna charge me? And I'm like, I'm looking at Jam Master Jay now. I was like, $50 a shirt. He was like, $50? I'm like, dude, this is art. You know, hand painting, this is art. Like, what do you expect? He was like, okay. So I did one for him and one for his son. He gave me $100, and I was like, wow, I just got money from the dude that I'm seeing on MTV, all over the radio, every TV show, every Grammy Award, every this, that. He just bought some hot stuff from me. And then he says, yo, go to the Ave and open up a store. So now here's the guy saying me and D and my Adidas, you know, on the Ave, and he's telling me to go to the Ave, Jamaica Ave, and open up a shop. That was like a dream right there. I'm like 17, sitting there like for real? So me and Kashim went to the Ave and we opened up the Shirt King shop, and it just kept going from there. Like Jam Master Jay wore his shirt to the first Rush office, Rush management, and Def Jam. Everybody would ask him, and he was like, yo man, everybody's asking me, but I'm not telling them where I got it from. So LL kind of did a research, and he just kept asking, where do you get those fresh shirts from? So when LL came in, like I actually saw him go from place to place, looking, like I heard it's in here. You know, and I'll see people pointing, and he'll like look around, and we were just sitting there like laughing, like, yo, there go L. And we were hoping that he would come over there, but we had this motto that we weren't gonna sweat nobody. We made it a commodity, you know, a hard to find commodity. So we was like, he'll be over here soon, because we those guys and we got some hot shit. He'll be over here. And then finally he came over there and was like, oh, there you are. And then he caught his composure, you know, and he just stood there and stared at the shirts for a long time. And we was like, this dude is not even gonna buy anything. Like, this is embarrassing, you know? We played it too cool. Like, we should have engaged him, you know? Nah, he was like, yo, come here, let me ask you a question. I was like, what's up? He was like, so you guys do shirts, huh? You know? So, and he just like, okay, this is what I want. And he just told us he wanted a picture of himself in front of the Audi. So we got Nike to do it. He wore it like everywhere. And then he came back and he was like, I'm doing a Roundaway Girl. We did all the overalls for him for a Roundaway Girl. And it just kept ballooning. Audio 2 came through and it was like, Atlantic Records want to pay you guys to do the album cover. So that's how we did the Milk and Gizmo album cover. Heavy D became one of my best friends. You know, I would go out to Mount Vernon, and then later on, Big Daddy Kane came out, and all the stars started coming through, man. Then Shirt Kings kind of like became a staple. Everybody thought we was selling drugs or whatever, because we had the same stuff. But we had, everything was legit. Cars were legit, gold was legit, gold teeth, rings, everything. The drug dealers were like, whoa, you know? So we kind of set the bar high and kind of set a standard where, okay, we're not doing what everybody else is doing. But if you watch us, you will see something that you should be able to do. You know, I said it's beyond just our talent, it's beyond our art. You know, I've worked with a lot of different brands, a lot of different people. This new generation, they're like archaeologists and they're digging up the funk. You know, let's go to these people who originated stuff that we admire, like Ray Shrimmer and them. They're in Atlanta. Shirt Kings were in Atlanta. They're digging. I just did some embroidered hoodies for the whole ASAP mob. I did a design for Dolla for an album release party last year. I did the design for Chief Keef. Did collaborations with Supreme. Did collaborations with Stussy. Done a lot of art shows, installations, just pioneering. And a lot of this wouldn't have happened if I didn't have my roots in just being a straight up graffiti artist, you know, and busting my name down on everything possible in New York. So it made me want to leave my mark in hip hop the same way, putting my name on every t-shirt possible, on every car that I paint, you know, every wall that I paint, every sneaker that I paint, any pair of pants or a t-shirt, you know, wanted to leave my mark there.